Always great catching up with my next guest. Thankfully, he is still on this card. He's going to be fighting at UFC 283 in Brazil next Saturday. It's Thiago Moises back here on the program. Thiago, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. How about you?
I'm doing awesome, but I'm not going to be going down to Brazil next Saturday. How worried were you, first off, when you found out your opponent, Guram Kutateladze, was out of the fight? Did you think you might not be on this card?
No, I knew UFC was working to get somebody to replace Guram. They tried to get somebody from the roster, but it was 3 weeks notice. I think nobody wanted to step up like it would. So not much time, not much time to prepare. So, and I asked my manager. He said, "No, you are fighting 100%. If they don't fight anybody, they're gonna sign someone new to fight you." So I was like, I knew I was going to fight. Like.
Good. Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say we obviously love seeing you compete, and that's really great as well. Did you know much about your opponent before taking this fight? 19-5 record. Did you have to look him up?
No, like I knew who he was. I have seen him like on the regional scene. He beat a lot of good guys, a lot of tough guys in Brazil. And also a lot of good guys on LFA. I know he was, but I saw him fighting before, but I didn't watch closely. I had to watch his fights and study him.
And were you ever given a reason why your opponent was out? Was it an injury? Because I know they said he was off the card, but there was no, I didn't see anything that said why he was out. Did you ever get a reason?
Yeah, he got staph on his elbow.
Oh, too bad. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. You don't want to mess around with that. That's bad news for sure. And if I'm not mistaken, this is your first time fighting in Brazil since 2019. Just how excited are you to fight back home in your home country?
Yeah, I'm very excited to go back to my country and be around my family, my friends, my fans in Brazil. So I'm very happy and excited to go there and fight.
Yes, and with the crowd, and are you having a lot of people come out?
Yes, a lot of people will come out and watching me, and I wish I would be fighting like a foreign guy, but now I'm fighting
but that's better for the crowd than then they win, I guess, in the end, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. No matter what, a Brazilian's going to get their hand raised, which is great. We haven't seen you in a while. I know you and I did speak in between there. I believe June was your last fight. Why have we not seen you in so long? Were there some injuries, or was it tough getting an opponent?
No.
What sort of happened?
No, as soon as they announced that they were going to be at this show in Brazil, I asked them to put me on the card. They said, okay, we're gonna put you in Brazil. And I asked them also, hey, I still have a lot of time. Can I fight October or November? Then I fight in Brazil again. They said, you gotta choose, man. If you wanna fight in October or November, then you're not gonna be able to fight in.
I see. So it's like in order to guarantee your spot on this card, you had to commit to it ahead of time. So that meant the longer layoff.
Because like every Brazilian wanted to fight on this card, So
yeah,
I had to choose. I chose fight in Brazil. So
no, I don't blame you. That's great. Let's talk about your opponent here. He actually has, if my math's correct here, I think he actually has more fights than you do. But obviously, you've been in the UFC a lot longer. How do you feel like you match up against him? I'm sure you've had a chance to look at him as an opponent.
I think he's a very tough guy, very tough fight, and he has a lot of good skills. He's well-rounded, but more kind of a striker. I'm taking him very seriously. I respect him, but I think I match up really good against him. I think my grappling is gonna stand out on this one.
Okay. I like it. And train at one of the best gyms in the world, American Top Team. I know you and Grant Dawson have become like this sort of, dynamic duo at the gym, because I talk to Grant and he tells me all the time just, how great you guys have not only become friends, but are training together. So aside from Grant, who else have you had a chance to work with ahead of this fight?
Like for this fight, my main training partners are Grant Dawson and Raul Schmanfield also.
PFL. Oh, awesome. PFL champ. Got to like that, right? So
yes.
Yeah, good. Okay. So that's really good. And I imagine since you had a lot of notice, the weight cut's pretty easy, I would say, going into this one, because you had plenty of notice, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't say easy, but it's going everything according to plan, Like it's never easy to diet. It's boring.
No, of course, no, I can
No,
understand.
I know what you mean. Like,
Yeah.
but
Are you
no,
on that note though, because you're traveling so far, like when are you going to cut more weight in the US and then head down, or are you going to, or is the weight cut the same? How are you going about that with the travel time?
no, the weight cut's gonna be the same. I'm gonna be there 5 week, like maybe 14, 15 pounds over usually
Okay.
when I get like on 5 week, so
Okay. That makes
everything's
sense.
gonna be the same. Yeah.
Good. And who's going to be making the trip with you? Who will be in your corner?
Uh, Grant's gonna be in my corner. Pahumpa and Macaron.
Oh, awesome. Okay. That's good.
Same
And
as last fight.
I was going to say, if it's working for you, you might as well keep it, right?
Yeah.
Why mess around with that? That's great.
Right.
And how do you see the fight playing out on the 21st? I know you feel confident, but what's your prediction?
Man, I'm taking this guy very seriously, as I would take Guram, but I see me finishing this guy with a submission.
Yeah, no, we're definitely looking forward. And is the goal this year to just, keep as active as you can, because again, I'm sure if you get this win, you're going to keep, moving up the ranks above a really tough division.
Yeah, I was supposed to fight Guram and win over him, but I think would put me back in the top 15. So
yeah,
hopefully after I finish this guy, I get back in the top 15. If not, I want to fight a ranked guy next.
Yes. And at the top of your division, we have obviously Islam Makhachev taking on Alexander Volkanovski next month. I got to get your pick in that fight. How do you think that one plays out?
I think this is going to be a tough fight for Islam because Volkanovski is a really good striker. He's shorter, but he fight like taller guys really well. He has really good distance. But I think Isla's strength and wrestling is going to make the difference in this fight. And I think if they grapple a lot, I think Volkanov is going to get tired and maybe he's going to slow down as the fight goes. And I see Isla finishing him. But it's not going to be easy, but I see Isla finishing him.
Okay. And I know we had spoken before Islam fought Charles Oliveira. Now that the fight is over, because we haven't spoken since the fight, what did you think of Islam defeating Charles, and were you expecting him to be that dominant?
To be honest with you, I saw that coming, I was cheering for my fellow Brazilian, Charles, but I saw that coming. I knew Islam would dominate him with his wrestling, and I didn't expect Islam to drop him.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Yeah. I was surprised when he dropped Charles, but I expected Islam to take him down and dominated the fight, with his wrestling and his grappling. He's a really good grappler.
Something you kind of alluded to a little bit there. Your management, you do have new management now. You're with Iridium Sports. Tell me how this all came together.
I knew they have a great team. They have people who work with PR, so sponsorships. And Jason is a really good manager. Also, he has a great team. That's why I joined them.
Okay. Does Grant Dawson get his 10%? Because I'm sure Grant put in a good word, right?
No, he made the approach,
Okay.
But I didn't change it because of him,
No. I'm joking, because the joke I was making is that does Grant get 10% of your contract because he did the introduction? That's all I was saying. So there you go. No, that's good.
Maybe 5%.
Yeah, at the very least, maybe you can get him dinner or something. How many more fights do you have on your contract?
I have 2 more fights. 2 more fights.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so is that including next Saturday, or is it 2 fights after that?
No, 2 fights after Saturday. So I'm gonna.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna renew after this one.
Right. Okay, I was gonna say, because big fight here, you go there. I mean, this is a good position, I guess, because you're fighting a newcomer. I would imagine people are expecting you to win. If you go out there and get a finish, you're gonna have a lot of negotiating power here, right?
Yeah.
So
I think so. Good. No, I think so. I'm gonna let this with Jason, and I think you're gonna be in a good spot.
For sure. So I always ask you this question every interview. Your downtime. I know you like watching a lot of cooking shows. Are you still doing that? What are you watching on television these days?
I'm watching some guys. They do food challenges, and today I ate 10,000 calories. Today,
oh yeah.
Today I ordered everything on Wendy's menu, you know.
Oh, that stuff. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I've been watching this. Also, Surviving Escobar.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about this.
I haven't, but I'll check it out. It sounds good. Yeah. So what's it about?
It's a guy who he used to work for Pablo Escobar. And
Okay. Yeah, yeah. You know, I have heard of the show. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
then Pablo he died, so this guy needs to survive like by himself and
Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. So, and are you doing any cooking yourself, or is it just because I know obviously you're cutting weight? Do you have to cook your own meals?
No, not right now. Like before, like my wife was helping with the meals, and but now I have like UFC sending me.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
So it's makes it easier, you know.
Yeah, no, that's great. And what else are you getting up to? Are you still going to the beach or anything like that? I guess because you're training, you probably don't have a lot of time for that, right?
Right now, I've been really busy with training, you know, and like recovery and therapy, like physical therapy. And I don't have much time, but sometimes I like to go to the beach, you know.
Yeah, take advantage of it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
And are you going to be staying in Brazil a bit after the fight, or are you going to go straight back to Florida?
no, I'm gonna stay in Brazil a couple of weeks, you know, because I don't see my family like that. It's been a year, you know, that I don't see my family.
Right. Yeah. No, I imagine. So yeah, you would have been at home for Christmas. You would have been in Florida for Christmas, right?
Yeah,
You wouldn't have gone home. Yeah, that makes sense.
I
Okay.
always go home for Christmas, you know, but this time I didn't go because I was training.
Right. Okay.
And my wife will also she miss our family a lot in Brazil, so we're gonna stay there a couple of weeks. But I used to be training there, you know.
Good. Okay, that's great. And and we sort of talked about, you know, being active. Do you want maybe 3 fights this year? Would that be ideal for you?
3-4 fights this year would be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
Let me
I'll be
go
fighting.
ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I will be fighting Jenner, so I'm gonna have time, you know, to do like 3 or 4 fights this year.
Yes. No, I'd imagine. And let me ask you this question. You know, the top 5 of your division, you know, it's your teammate, Dustin Poirier. It's, you know, Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler. Do you think we'll start to see, you know, people like yourself, Arman Tsarukyan, these type of fighters getting those opportunities? Because I know like even at the bottom of your division, there's a lot of really tough matchups. And it seems like the same guys are fighting each other than the top 5, right?
I think UFC, if those top 5 guys, if they don't want to fight like guys that are coming behind them, you know, like top 10 guys, and I think UFC, if they start like saying no to fights like that, you know,
yeah,
I think they need to lose their spot on their rankings, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean,
because if they fight just against them, you know, like.
Yeah, and I think the fans want to see some new blood in there too. You
like
know,
like a mafia, you know, they stick together.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. That's a great analogy. That's good. Hey, Thiago, thanks so much for doing this. I know you're really busy with training, and I know you're taking off to Brazil here pretty soon. If there's anyone you'd like to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
I want to say thank you to all my training partners. You know, they have in my coaches also. I wouldn't be so ready to fight Saturday, so in America Top 10 also. Just a big thank you to you guys, and let's go.